to keep it all together, right?
Well,
and that's something that David Johnson and I are doing now, is trying to come up with what's going to work for us to share this the easiest way.
YouTube.
And see, we haven't even tapped into. We got some stuff back from the from the National Archives in D.C.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
We've got quite a bit. We've got thousands of pages from the Air Force Historical Research Center at Maxwell in Montgomery, Alabama. In fact, we just got, I think, 7,000 pages of PDFs from them last week.
Damn.
So, we're just trying to gather up as much of it as we can.
Well, do y'all have physical backups and backups of those physical backups?
Oh yeah, it's like we've got 4 copies, and it's now we're even looking into something in one of the clouds.
Yeah.
For a cloud-based system that instead of, we can have this all done automatically, right? Because what makes it tough, but it's really not been bad, because it's like David came over and helped us with doing the door for the guy, the first blast door at Site 12.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like it's only 400 miles, okay? So David comes over quite a bit. Or sometimes I'll go over there, and then what we'll do is we'll sync, everything up. So.
What do y'all have, like terabyte flash or hard drives or?
Oh yeah, my Alienware is 12 terabytes. His is 22.
Well, that's why I'm glad to hear y'all have some kind of that physical.
Oh yeah, it's like I just. Woo. Oh yeah, because we've got the hard copies too, but Bryce, I've told you this before with me. I want the digitized copy.
Yeah.
I can blow it up. I can turn it. I can manipulate it. You always can't do that when you've just got one hard copy.
Right.
So, personally, I really like
I guess
digitized
as far as resolution, are y'all saving them as like PNGs, like the highest?
Oh, sure.
Awesome.
Well, it's even that other one. What's the one that they use for archival?
Shit.
I don't know. David's the one that really knows that. It's just.
There's a BMP, there's a TIFF, there's.
Well, it's not a TIFF, but I forget the one it's the one that's truly for archive.
Yeah, like lossless.
And we've got it in all the different ones, and then we had it in. I just personally, I've got copies of all of the major archival stuff, but then I've got a complete copy of everything in a JPEG. But granted, it's high resolution, so I can blow it up, and then I've got some AI software that is just, oh my God, it's out of this world.
Yeah, AI.
I can run some of these shitty pictures through the AI software, and oh my God, it's like, Bryce, I'm like looking at something that's like, I'm looking at it, right, in color, just going, whoa. So yeah.
So it would convert a grayscale to color?
Well, no.
It'll get there.
I don't know, maybe it would.
But
I've never gone that far. I don't really want to do that. I want to keep it, if it was grayscale, that it's still in grayscale, but it's cleaned up, right?
Right.
It's obviously all the scratches. It just looks beautiful.
Yeah, that's.
I got one of the guys that I'm working with is doing the history on the Titan ones at Larson, right? Yep. 568 in Moses Lake, Washington. And he got, and I'm not sure how he did this, our local museum at the base, for some reason, shipped him the cassette recordings of what the commanders' interviews were like in the 80s. Okay? And then he produced transcripts in WAV files for those. And right now, it's just the process I've been doing, just going through it. And then, of course, all of the newspaper articles,
Right.
Who these people were, just trying to get as much information on the history of these folks as I can.
Absolutely.
Our second squadron commander, the kids came here. I located the children, and they gave me the original picture. His father was the commander of the Atlas E's in Spokane before he came here for the F's at Walker. And they gave me the big picture of the E signed by all the personnel.
That's awesome.
It's gorgeous. It's things like that. But also, I'm trying to find out. There are terrible rumors. I guess this is the easiest way for me to say this. That all these guys were fired and it ended their careers and it did this and that. And what I'm finding, now really keep this to yourself, it's all bullshit. It's just flat not damn true. And I can prove it.
Well, what happened to them?
So,
What was their fate? If they didn't get fired, what happened?
Well, I think already the Air Force knew it was a shitty system. Okay? Look at Atlas. When you really listen to what these guys have to say 20 years after the fact, 25? These guys saw the writing on the wall. And I'm like doing all the hard research. And you got the next guy that comes in and he's acting like a badass and I'm going to fire everybody. Well, if you do fire him, then why did they just make Colonel? And why were they given the Titan ones at Ellsworth? It's like that's who's giving me this stuff. It's Bryce. I'm just like going, this just blows my mind. It's a whole level. I'm just fascinated with it because I'm reading this and I'm like going, well, that's not true. And I have all of the manuals now. I just got last week, everyone between 58 and 72 of every one of the Air Force registers that gives me the name of the officer, their date of rank, both permanent and temporary. And some of the things that these guys are saying, it's just not true. It's just, and I can prove it. So, that's kind of where I'm at now. So.
Well, maybe, I don't know if maybe the upper echelon firing these guys and sending them to Titan was better than the upper echelon admitting that.
I don't see them getting fired.
Well,
and the bosses that they have, none of these guys fired them. And after all of these years, this rumor, and I'm like going, it's just not true. And I have their physical records, military records from the Air Force. I asked the second squadron commander's son, I said, well, you contact the Air Force for me and get a complete record so I can review it on your dad's, everything he did in the Air Force from World War II to when he retired. And he sends it to me and I go through it and it's just not true.
Well, maybe it was the Air Force's way of covering their ass to say that the Atlas system was a failure. And
well, I think you got something there. I mean, obviously, that's why it's so hard for us to get this material.